All right, black and white sports supporters. Well, in case you didn't know, and you're forgiven if you didn't, the All-Star Weekend is going on right now. 3-point slam dunk was last night. I saw the winning dunk online, and frankly, I was like, you got to be kidding me, right? That was a elementary school dunk. If I ever saw one, I was like, that's garbage. That's garbage. But the NBA's got a dramatic...
The commissioner's words carried a heavy weight, a sobering warning delivered directly to the WNBA Players Union. Adam Silver, long known for his calm and measured approach, declared that the league has reached its 11th hour in CBA negotiations. This was not a suggestion. It was a firm and final message. The clock is running out, not only on a season, but potentially on the remarkable momentum women's basketball has worked so hard to build. Every player, every fan, and every stakeholder heard the unspoken ultimatum. Reach an agreement or risk losing everything. The crisis is no longer forming in the distance. It is here, threatening to disrupt the WNBA's hard-earned progress.
I don't know what the NBA does to rectify that. Adam Silver, of course, addressed everybody, including tanking. I'm not going into that. But it's clear the NBA is about to wage war on teams it perceives as tanking, and something may be coming down the pipeline as far as changing how the lottery process, how the race for the bottom is handled. Adam Silver did talk about the WNBA CBA negotiations, and he did call for urgent.
Adam Silver is not speaking in general terms. He is applying direct and undeniable pressure at every level. What I would love to do is put pressure on everyone. Silver delivered a clear signal that even WNBA Commissioner Cathy Engelbert is now firmly within his focus. This is not a casual remark. It is a strategic effort to break the stalemate. The NBA Commissioner, while not seated at the negotiating table, is actively guiding this effort behind the scenes. He has made it unmistakably clear that the time for prolonged and drawn-out discussions has ended. This directive comes from the highest level, demanding immediate action to protect the upcoming season.
Silver did talk about the WNBA CBA negotiations, and he did call for urgency. This is interesting. He, by the way, one thing he noted is he has not sat down and been personally involved in these negotiations. In other words, Cathy Engelbert's in there and she's reporting back to him. My guess would be when you see, and you can wait around for this story, when it happens, you can bet I'll make a video. Make sure you subscribe. Make sure you're still subscribed.
For months, Adam Silver intentionally stayed outside the direct negotiating room, with Cathy Engelbert leading discussions and reporting back to him. That deliberate distance magnified the impact of his recent comments, making them feel like a decisive intervention. Although he is not physically at the table, his role remains undeniably significant. He clarified that he has been involved behind the scenes and is prepared to step into whatever role is most productive in securing an agreement. This suggests that his direct involvement in negotiations could become the final catalyst for resolution, a move he appears to be holding in reserve to force a breakthrough.
And you can wait around for this story. When it happens, you can bet I'll make a video. Make sure you subscribe. Make sure you're still subscribed. The moment the news breaks that Adam Silver has officially entered the chat directly in negotiations, that's when you're going to see a deal get done, I would guess. I would guess, because what we've sort of seen from him publicly is he's been very, very blunt. You know, remember the interview he gave a few months ago and he was asked about revenue sharing, came up and he said, I would.
The urgency isn't abstract. It's rooted in the unprecedented growth women's basketball has experienced. Silver explicitly warned against losing momentum in terms of the amazing amount of progress we've seen in women's basketball. This progress isn't just talk. It's finally manifesting in traction, rising ratings, and booming ticket sales. The implicit threat is unmistakable. If a deal isn't struck, the league risks squandering years of effort and investment, alienating a growing fan base and setting the sport back significantly. This isn't just about a season. It's about the future viability of the entire WNBA.
He's saying right there, we're finally getting traction, we're finally getting ratings, we're finally getting ticket sales. If we don't play, you're going to blow it. You're going to blow it. On February 6th, the league sent a new proposal in response to the union's offer in December. The league's latest proposal reportedly included concessions on housing and facility standards, but did not include a significant change in revenue sharing. The players, let me just skip down. The players, meanwhile, have proposed a $10.5 million salary cap. I didn't want to read this because
Despite Silver's strong remarks, the pace of negotiations remains frustratingly slow. He acknowledged encouragement that there has been more back and forth over the past few weeks, marking the first time since December that talks appeared to move in a constructive direction. However, that optimism is tempered by his confusion. I still don't understand why it took so long. The commissioner openly questioned why it took until February 1st for meaningful exchanges to begin, pointing to a deeper disconnect within the negotiation process. This slow progression, even with visible signs of movement, is exactly what continues to intensify his pressure.